Action in the amateur featherweight division. We have Matthew Elliott fighting out of FAI, taking on Dean Waters, fighting out of Aimville Boxing Club. Yeah, if you just look at the credentials of Matthew Elliott, this young man may be 2-0 in amateur mixed martial arts.
Let's hear it for
but he's a
both
judo
fighters,
black
ladies
belt,
and
a
gentlemen.
BJJ blue belt, a 5-time British wrestling champion, member of the senior British wrestling team. The accolades go on and on, but he also has hands. We saw that when he knocked out #1 ranked amateur mixed martial artist Lee Hammond in a kickboxing bout. So he does have that power in his hands. Use the strikes to set up a beautiful takedown, just biding his time, listening to his coaches, Pat McAllister and Liam Shannon in the corner. What can Dean Waters do in this position? Dean himself, a little bit of a nomad of Irish mixed martial arts, has trained at the likes of Combat Jiu-Jitsu, has trained at the likes of Heon Gracie. Recently spent a month at Tiger Muay Thai, refining his skills. A BJJ blue belt in his own right. What can he do with Matthew Elliott inside his guard here?
Lovely right hand there.
Matthew Elliott in the blue Hayabusa shorts. Dean Waters in the all black shorts. Good head control from Matthew Elliott, just puts that head underneath the chin. And
Matthew looks as if he's came here and he really does mean business.
He's almost got a Chael Sonnen-esque style. Just dominant wrestling, but lands the strikes as well. Just constantly keeping his opponent wondering what's going on. Just finds the gaps. Big hammer
Vicious
fist.
ground and pound. Oh.
Doesn't quite have it underneath the chin, but could be looking for. Illustrates his power there just by lifting Dean Waters off his feet with the grip. Can't quite see from our position if he has it underneath the chin.
Matthew really just ragdolled his opponent across the cage there.
That's a lifetime of wrestling. Started wrestling at 8 years old, and as we've said, a member of the senior British wrestling team. He switched grip, he's gone palm to palm, now switches to bicep. Dean Waters doing the right thing by trying to fight that top hand. Just uses the grip to transition into side control.
Lovely work from Matthew. Great posture he's shown.
And as I say, just a la Chael Sonnen, just flows beautifully with the wrestling and the strikes. Dean really needs to try and shrimp to a hip and try and get a knee in there. But Matthew's keeping everything so compact that he's not letting him. Dean trying to get out the back. Again, keeping everything nice and compact and landing a heavy hammer fist. Finishing with heavy ground and pound from the back. Maybe a big takedown to finish the round.
Have to say, Phil, that looked a wonderfully well-controlled first round performance there from Matthew.
Incredibly one-sided. You've seen Matthew Elliott use the nice straight shots to set up the takedown, and it wasn't just rudimentary wrestling we've seen on the ground. He was also landing heavy strikes, creating enough space just to land those thundering strikes.
I thought there was some beautiful composure showing there from Matthew at times.
Yeah, we forget that Matthew Elliott's only 19 years old. This is only his third amateur mixed martial arts fight, so he's really showing a maturity beyond his years in this fight, taking on the older 26-year-old Dean Waters. Sorry, 28-year-old Dean Waters, my mistake. I'm sure the FAI corner will be telling their man just more of the same, more measured, methodical, controlled work.
Dean's corner surely has to tell him something different.
Oh, 100%. They're going to have to be telling him that the takedown is coming, so use your boxing. But the Akuma cage is a little bit smaller than some other cages, which lends itself to your wrestler to close the distance. But he's doing the right thing by showing him an uppercut there. But then Matthew Elliott landing beautiful strikes.
Really is mixing it up beautifully.
And it's the speed and the frequency with which those strikes are coming. And he does enough just to almost bait his opponent into a striking exchange and then land the takedown.
He just really did set it up beautifully there.
I think Matthew's going to be happy just to sit in the guard and land strikes. Has good bicep control and good head control, very intelligent. Dean Waters really needs to open that guard and try and do something proactive. Maybe get the feet on the hips and try and push away. Create a little bit of an angle. The hips need to be a little bit more active. We may even see Matthew Elliott sit back on his heels a little bit, posture, and then land the strikes. You can hear that's what Liam Shannon and Pat McAllister are calling for.
Matthew really is making Dean work there on the ground. It's
needs to be wary of the armbar. But Dean being punished by Matthew for trying to go for that armbar, and now
that
just
is some vicious
isolating the
ground and
wrist. Yeah,
pound.
you're right. That's just devastating power. May look for the takedown. Oh, changes levels beautifully to a knee and secures the double leg takedown. Just flared the arms beautifully. Now triangles the legs a la Khabib.
Matthew, if he keeps this up, will surely be going 3-0 and staying undefeated.
Yeah, it's a dominant performance. You know, these type of rounds, even at the amateur level, you could make an argument for a 10-8 round as opposed to a 10-9.
Dean has just struggled to get anything going against Matthew. And I think that's more down to Matthew just smothering him at every opportunity.
It's not that Dean's a bad fighter by any stretch of the imagination. He's a very accomplished fighter, a very, very accomplished boxer, martial artist, kickboxer. It just speaks to the wrestling game of Matthew Elliott right now. Again, bicep control. And just controlling exactly where he wants the fight to take place.
Again, good head control, like you said earlier in the first round. Final 10 seconds of the round. Matthew again very dominant.
Seems to be happy just to ride this round out en route to the third. And again, a very dominant performance from Matthew Elliott. It's really up to Dean Waters to pull something out of the bag here. Let's be honest, he's down 2 rounds. He needs to go in that third round and look for a finish. But the danger is if he overcommits to his strikes,
then he leaves himself vulnerable for the takedown.
100% sure, yeah. It leaves himself vulnerable to that takedown because Matthew's intelligent enough to duck under, secure the takedown, secure the position. Third and
final round. Let's hear it for both fighters, ladies and gentlemen.
Matthew Elliott light on his feet, raring to go. Dean opens up with a nice jab. Has the impetus.
Dean surely has to keep it on his feet, but just as I say that, Matthew again takes him down.
It's exactly as we said in between rounds. When Dean committed to the strikes, Matthew was aware of it, ducked under and secured a beautiful takedown.
Well-coached fighter, if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, well, look at the kind of guys he has in his corner. He has Liam Shannon there and Pat McAllister, 2 of the best coaches on the island. And he's happy now it's even the position of his hips. He keeps his hips heavy.
His cardio really is first class.
And he has Dean sandwiched between himself and the cage, preventing him from getting any kind of traction or any kind of movement. And he's just landing these accumulative pot shots.
Matthew really has Dean as well, right where he wants him.
Yeah.
Right in his own corner where he can listen to some of the advice where you said 2 of the best cornermen in the game.
It really is do or die now for Dean. He's going to have to roll and try and grab a leg or try and throw up a triangle. Because if it stays this way, he's lost a 3-round decision to Matthew.
I just feel like Dean can't get anything going because Matthew's just so ruthless in his performance this evening.
It's not just intelligent wrestling. It's what I like to call shutdown jiu-jitsu, whereby you're preventing your opponent from getting off an offensive game. It keeps the hips square. He's following Dean wherever he's going. Very intelligent performance. See, anytime Dean tries to make those movements and create angles, Matthew's following, keeping his hips square and parallel. Dean trying to dive on a Kimura. Matthew wise to it. He has that wrist underneath trapped. He has Dean's wrist trapped underneath him and is holding on to it. So Dean can't protect himself on that side. So he's just landing those little pot shots.
It really is some beautiful, beautiful work.
And it's the accumulative effect of those shots. I'd like to see 50 seconds to go in the round. I'd like to see Matthew just implement, though, because we've seen how heavy his hands can be. So I'd like to see him land a little bit more of that grounding point.
It really has, for me, been a very accomplished performance from Matthew this evening.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Stu. There's potential for him to land a couple of hammerfish should he choose to, but credit to Dean, you know, he hasn't been out of this fight. He's constantly been trying to do something. It's just that Matthew has shut him down at every corner. 10 seconds to go in the round. Matthew turning it up just a little bit. As I say, to put an exclamation point on the end of the round. And that's it. Surely a 3-round decision for Matthew Elliott, who continues to show his development as a mixed martial artist. Not just a wrestler who competes in mixed martial arts, but as a well-rounded mixed martial artist. Fantastic performance from the young man. And I'm very much excited to see what comes next from the young FAI product. Let's make it official by throwing it up to your MC, Mr. Stuart Warren, for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached their decision, and your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, it's Matthew